Talks College Football. I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. And the Gators will put total leather to crank us up. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Florida Atlantic's offense will go to work first. And are we ever lucky to see these two great quarterbacks in action here today? And Jesse, it won't be long before we'll see them squaring off on Sunday.
Yeah, and these guys can both stress a defense for similar reasons, and we've seen it all year long, right? Both guys have tremendous arm talent, and both guys can hurt you running the football as well. So these defenses are really going to have to be careful.
Turning it on! He goes out of bounds just short of the 30 at the 29-yard line, and when you're backed up, execution like that at a premium. The give to the single back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. They'll go to the air on 2nd and short. He's going to take off. He gets it out across the 45 and out of bounds at the 46. Florida Atlantic going back to work after moving the chains. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Flips it out on the screen. Sweet cut there.
Gotta love this play call early in the football game. Like the quarterback, get in a rhythm, run a screen play, get it to a playmaker, create some space, move the sticks, get a 1st down. Nice start for this offense.
Quick strike complete. Stop is made at the 36, but he picked up 10 on that one and has a fresh set of downs. Florida Atlantic trying to get back on the ball. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Flanagan. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. They'll go with the 5 wide out set on 2nd and 7. Here comes the heat. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. This crowd on hand trying to make sure the Gators don't back down on 3rd down. Caught near the sticks. It's Flanagan. Just across the 20 with a 1st down at the 19. With all those receivers in the game, you might think they were getting ready to try to take a big shot. Instead, just efficiently moving the chains.
Yeah, you got all that speed. It scares the mess out of me. I might give you more of a cushion, especially in some areas where you're going to get good matchups of safeties or linebackers on receivers. Nice execution by the offense, getting the free 1st down.
Flips it out in the flat. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
He's got it on the move. They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. And the Owls didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Owls.
What a luxury for an offense to have. The ability to set the tone on the ground, giving that guy the football time after time, making offense easy, being physical, and really setting the tone for this football game.
Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the 1st time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Precise, relentless execution on that 13-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gators offense will take the field for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming into this football, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. The pull and throw off the RPO. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, your opponent scored on their opening drive, so obviously no need to panic. But I know, having been in this situation as a quarterback, you want to answer right away. So really good to see him making some nice throws here on their opening drive. He's going to try and see if he can get this thing tied up.
Here's a hit. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on 3rd down. The Gators will send out the punt unit. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. Florida Atlantic takes over again, and the Owls offense will go back to work. And what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Give to the running back. Oh, he's got some space. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. And guys, Florida Atlantic is on top. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. Looking to fire. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and 3rd down is coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit, forcing the incompletion?
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. Florida Atlantic decides to punt it away. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. The Gators sending the offense back to work. They really need to find a way to punch back on this drive, already down 14. Follows that surge up front. He's got 5 out to the 13. The Gators want to pick up the tempo.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
A quick tackle made, but he's got plenty for the first down. New set of downs after the completion.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. to the air on second down. The screen, he can go. Breaks into the open. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it. The Gators look to keep this drive humming.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? From the gun, running back on the move. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Gators kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. Looking to push the pace with the no huddle.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle.
And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Whistle blows, and this is the 2-minute timeout, and these guys have a chance to take the lead before halftime. On third and long, he has to throw for it. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again. And they'll send out the kicker to try a field goal. He'll have to generate power and some accuracy. A 50-yarder from the left hash. He boomed it through. A 50-yard field goal showing off that powerful back. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Michigan State has the lead right now. Feels like it's been that way since Sparty's run out, but this has been a nip-and-tuck affair inside Spartan Stadium. They're up by 7 over Penn State. We'll let you know if anything else comes out of Big Ten country from this one. Guys?
Thanks for the up. There he goes. Knocked down at the 26 after ripping off 10 there.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Setting up for a 1st and 10 from the 26. Looking to throw on first down. Makes the grab. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds, and this offense trying to put something together. Going to take a shot on second and short. Grabbed over the middle. It's Newton. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a first down.
All right, defense. It ain't working, right? They're stringing together several first downs here. We're going to need to change this up, find something we can disrupt the quarterback and mess up this offense a little bit.
Snagged in the middle. It's Newton. Makes the grab and not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Rolling, looking right. Pulls in the deep ball. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosion.
And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Florida Atlantic.
And they trust their QB to execute like they have the whole first half, and he delivers, and they build on this lead and build their momentum going into halftime.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and they finished it off with a 14-yard run for the score. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Man, how comforting is it to know that even if your offense stalls out a little, Jesse, that field goal kicker can knock it in from a long way out.
Well, he's one of the best in the country, Reese, no doubt. This offense would like him and prefer for him to kick an extra point on this drive. And to do that, David, they've got to have more rhythm on offense.
Yeah, create some more rhythm, create some more explosive plays, and maybe some more balance. And listen, it's nice to have that weapon and kick long field goals. If you kick too many field goals, you don't get very many W's.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Looking to throw on first down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And I tell you what, these deep shots, they're so hard to defend. You got to chase the guy all the way down the field and kind of stay in his hip pocket, stay close to him, and then turn your head like he does here and makes a nice play on the football to bat it away.
The offense will stop the clock and use one of its timeouts. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. It doesn't always have to be pretty, and that one wasn't, but somehow he hooked it just into that left corner. That'll make it a one-possession game. The lead is 8. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The Gators sending the offense back to work. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
I agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be
Turning it on! Lowers those pads. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down. And the Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man. It's on. They'll finally drag him down, but not before he gets it to the 40, and it's a first down. Gives it on the option. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
Well, he's putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
Wants to throw on first down. They're working that left side. He stopped and forced out of bounds just short of the 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 11. The Gators started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Wants to go up top on first down. Got his man out of the backfield. Touchdown, Florida! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. And these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And he's coming out of the end zone. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The Florida Atlantic offense will return to the field. That touchdown lead they had has disappeared, and now we have a whole new ball game. Oh, he's got some space. Got the first down and still on his feet. They want to get this defense on its heels.
And how about that? Right after they get the explosive play running the ball, they're going right back to the line of scrimmage for some tempo.
Catch in the middle. It's Newton. They'll mark him down at the 40 after ripping off 10.
Well, they pick up the first against zone coverage. The biggest key there is the quarterback understanding that A, it's zone, but B, what kind of zone is it? Is it one high safety? Is it two high safeties? And then you know...
He tries to take the top off. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. This has been a tight one. Third quarter, all tied up. Is now 2nd and 10. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Looking to the big tight end. Fires into traffic. Intercepted. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
How about the athletic ability by the big fella? You know, you got those big linebackers in there used to taking on fullbacks and offensive linemen the whole game. He understands for passing situations. I'm getting drops. I'm getting deep in my drops, playing the quarterback's eyes, breaking on the football, making the INT. What an athlete.
Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play. Rides the back on the option. The give. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. The Gators will hustle to the line. DB's right up on the receivers. Looking for a chunk play on 2nd and short. Had it in his hands for the score and let it fall to the turf. It'll be 3rd down. And the Gators come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll throw on 3rd and short. He's got it. Touchdown, Gator! And that one will put him up here in the 2nd half.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times, touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Looking downfield on 1st down. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Caught over the middle. It's Newton.
Well, nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable. Really putting this up.
Breaks into the open. And they'll bring him down after the long completion, a chunk play for the offense. The Owls, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got it in the middle, it's Newton. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. The give to the tailback. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 at the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. And this is the chance for this offense. A 1st and goal, 4th quarter, trying to tie the game up. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he got nothing, and the line of scrimmage is still the 5-yard line.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Crisp execution in the passing game, and they've got it down to the 3. Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. Who gives a hoot? The Owls do. It's a touchdown. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. Here comes the 2-point try.
And Reese, this is the part of the field where the tight ends become such a big part, right? with big size. I'm going to isolate these guys, find a way to get good matchups. You can tell they did it there, and the result, 6 points.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Shaw. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. The Gators in the hurry-up. They'll move the wide receiver. Off play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Shaw. Somebody needs to make a play here. It's 3rd and long from the 26. From the gun, wants to pass. He's got his man. They'll stop him short on 3rd down, in this defense trying to make sure they stay on top. The Gators will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll try to field the punt and bring it back. The coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. Florida Atlantic has the ball back, and the offense will try to put together a drive. Making side adjustments here. The give as they work on that clock. Picks up the first down. And they're getting it rolling with that play to the 42-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. And the Owls just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Dances away to buy time. Got his man on the right. He stops him at the 31, but not before. He picks up 10 yards on the play. Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. They'll run it. There he goes. Talk about a timely run. Gets the first down. Clock keeps moving as they try to finish the deal. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They'll ride the hot hand. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The clock winds down with the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. He caught it! They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. And the quarterback's just going to take a knee. When you hit this point in the season, week 7, you sort of turn the corner and you remain unbeaten. At this point, you've morphed into a championship contender.
Yes, but you don't want to peek too far.